Hi everyone, welcome to Michelle on the Money. We are looking at the big stories impacting your wallet in the bi-state from business to consumer news. And we are starting with Boeing layoffs. We now know that Boeing will lay off about 700 people right here in St. Louis. This is actually 7 times more than what was originally projected from the company. 363 of the layoffs are based in Berkeley, 239 are in Hazelwood, and nearly 70 are in St. Charles. So far, no word yet on job cuts at Illinois facilities, but we have reached out to Boeing and to the labor union to learn whether any more layoffs are expected. Right now, McDonald's is investing more than $100 million in recovery efforts from last month's E. coli outbreak. Now, according to CNBC, $65 million is going to owners who lost their businesses, and another $35 million will go to marketing to increase restaurant traffic. The CDC says the outbreak leaked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders had a total of 104 cases. Also, the CDC announced new national E. coli outbreak with 1 confirmed case right here in Missouri. So this is all tied to organic carrots sold under various brand names. At least 38 other people have gotten sick in 17 other states. 1 person has died and 15 others have now been hospitalized. Investigators trace the outbreak to supplier Grimway Farms. The bagged organic baby carrots and whole carrots were sold under a number of brand names at retailers like Walmart, Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, Target, and even Kroger. Now, if you live in Illinois, you could soon be free of your medical debt. The state's medical debt relief pilot program announced that it's gotten rid of more than $72 million worth of medical debt for more than 50,000 people in Illinois. The goal is to erase $1 billion in debt across the state. Starting next week, you could receive a letter letting you know that your medical debt has been eliminated. Right now, the weather is getting colder, which means there is a concern for frozen and busted pipes. So we do have a few easy steps to keep your pipes from freezing. If your pipes run through cabinets, make sure you open your cabinets up. That lets warmer room air flow in. You can also wrap your pipes with insulation or heat tape before cold weather sets in. Now, other key tips to keep in mind: make sure that your irrigation systems are turned off and drained. Repair the drafts around windows and doors to keep your home and therefore your pipes warm. You can also leave your pipes running with a little trickle of water to prevent freezing. Well, Thanksgiving is next week, and we know that a lot of you are planning to travel. AAA projects that nearly 80 million Americans will travel over the holiday. More than 79 million will go 50 miles or more from home. So the Auto Club suggests the worst times to travel by car are the Tuesday and Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Air travel is also expected to set a new record as well. The influx of people during this busy travel period means longer wait times at the airport. So to make the lines go by faster, TSA wants to make sure that you're properly packing liquids.
The simple rule is if you can pump it, pour it, spread it, or spray it, and it's more than 3.4 ounces, then you need to put it in your checked luggage.
And if you are coming back with leftovers, you're going to want to put it in your carry-on, right? Well, make sure it is completely frozen and does not exceed that 3.4 ounce limit. And then speaking of travel, one airline is facing some major financial trouble. Right now, Spirit Airlines is filing for bankruptcy protection. The airline says it'll try to reboot as it struggles to recover from the pandemic. Spirit, though, is the largest U.S. budget airline. It lost more than $2.5 billion since the start of 2020, and it expects to operate as normal as it works its way through that bankruptcy process. All right, check this out. The St. Louis region is soon getting a new flight route. Starting the Friday before Memorial Day, Allegiant will offer flights from the Mid-America St. Louis Airport, that's in Belleville, directly to Gulf Shores, Alabama. And get this, one-way fares could cost you less than $50. Not bad. Thanksgiving and Christmas, as we know, are coming up very soon. And right now, nearly half of Americans are carrying holiday debt from last year. I sat down with a local money coach to help us avoid racking up new debt for the holidays. Well, we are weeks away from holiday giving, and get this, the number of Americans who hold holiday debt from last year has nearly doubled, according to Wallet Hub. In fact, it is almost half of us now at 46%. So Let's avoid that this year, right? Okay, financial expert Dion Motley of Legacy Changers Academy is here to help. First of all, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Well, I love the fact that, first of all, what you do in your line of work is you help people get out of debt. So what is really the hang up for people, you know, in terms of trying to get out of debt? What do you think it is?
I think the biggest hang up is getting over that feeling of embarrassment about what you don't know and what your finances look like. A lot of us are looking for a safe environment where we can talk about money without feeling shamed or feeling guilty about our decisions, which is what's really important at Legacy Changers Academy. We seek to foster that safe environment where you can talk about your money struggles and get the help that you need, and also assistance overcoming that embarrassment.
Oh, I love that, because, you know, they don't teach us that in school. So I don't know how people are supposed to figure that out.
Yeah.
And that's passed on in many ways.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know.
I love that. Okay, well, we've got holiday budgeting behind us, so you've got some tips for us on how to stay out of debt this holiday. And I do like your first tip of not feeling bad about just telling everyone, not everyone, but you know, you don't have to get everybody a gift.
Yes, and so what I tell people is to keep in mind that this is just one day out of the year, and most of the time what people are looking for is genuine connection and community and fellowship around the holiday season. For some of us, we can tend to deal with seasonal grief, and so again, having that connection with people supersedes the gift giving process. So what I encourage people to do is be honest and let people know, hey, I can participate in this gathering, but I can't come to this one, or I can participate in this gift exchange, but maybe not this one. And if you're honest and vulnerable with your people, more than likely they'll just say, we don't care about that, we just want to see your face.
Yeah.
So just keep in mind that it's really more about that community and connection that people are seeking.
Oh, I love that. Can you imagine? No, we don't want you to
Right? If you don't bring,
you don't want to be there.
right? If you don't bring the macaroni and cheese, you can't come. So.
Oh my goodness. Well, another tip that you have is being creative.
Yeah, so this is the fun part. So if you are going to dabble into gift giving, you can get creative with your gifts. And one of the things that we love to do, when I say we, I'm talking about my husband and I, we love the Christmas photo card. So if everyone has their smartphones and you love taking selfies, right? So if I copy a picture or get a picture printed of a favorite memory of you and I give that to you as a Christmas card, that's a sentimental gift. And it's very inexpensive, but it's also creating that memory. Another thing that you can do is like personalize Christmas ornaments. So like maybe you use their favorite colors, or maybe write their name on the Christmas ornament. Those are things that are sentimental, very inexpensive, and people will love those.
Oh, I do love that, because I feel like we end up collecting so much junk. I hate even saying junk, you know, but you just collect so many things over the years that you want it to mean something at some point. Another thing you said, set a max spending amount. And I do really think that is helpful. You do have some tools for this. And this is free, by the way. This is your gift, your Christmas gift planner.
So
it can be anything.
The Christmas gift planner is a free digital download that you can get online. And what's really great about this is you get the opportunity to write down the list of names for the people you want to buy gifts for in advance. You can write down the gift that you want to give them, but then also the amount of the gift. And then you can go back and look and see, did you actually stay on budget with the gift, or did you go a little bit over? But this is a budget visualization is what I call it, because you get that number at the bottom, so you can total the number at the bottom. So if you're expected to spend $500 but you only spend $450, then you know that you saved $50, right? Where you were doing your Christmas shopping.
So it really would help you to go into the holidays saying, I'm not spending X more than this amount.
Exactly.
And I think we did a story that said something like people are saying that they're going to spend anywhere between $1,000 and $2,000 this year, which to me seems like so much money. But to each his own.
It is, and it depends on, you know, like how big your family is or your friends are. And again, and so that's why I said set a maximum spending amount. A lot of the times we want to do mental math, and our mental math is always wrong.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are able to write this down in advance, it gives you that big number that you know you need to start setting off to the side, or also help you to determine, can you actually purchase this many gifts and can you actually spend this much money? And you get to see that in advance.
I was thinking in my head, mental math also does not work when you're counting calories.
Oh my gosh, that is a different segment.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Well, this is great. And the fact that you can download it for free is wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, you say, the final tip that you have is to stay organized.
Yes.
And I love that you also have tools for this as well.
Absolutely. So when we talk about staying organized in your spending for the holiday, one of my favorite tools is the Money Mender. And this is a cash envelope system. And so we know that cash is that visualization again, where you can see where the money is actually going, versus if you're using your debit card or your credit card, you're mindlessly swiping, right? So if I have my Money Mender where I'm able to calculate in advance how much money I need to set off to the side, I can withdraw that money per pay period, put it in the Money Mender, and then when it's time for me to go shopping, I can pull out the envelope that is designated for gifts, take that to the store with me, and do my shopping. So that helps you stay organized because you're not commingling like your monthly expenses with your holiday shopping. And so I really love this tool as well.
Well, let me ask you, because I love this concept, but my issue is always like, when do I know how to take out that money? Is it at the end of the month? Is it the beginning of the month? What do you do that could help people at home?
Yeah, so I mark on my calendar my paydays. And so if you are on a bi-monthly schedule, which means you get paid twice a month, you probably have 2 to 3 more paydays before the end of the year. If you're paid bi-weekly or every other week, you have about 3 to 4 more paydays left. And so being able to mark that on your calendar and see when you actually get paid can help you determine when's the best time for you to actually go shopping. And so again, that's where the gift planner comes in handy, because you already have your list of items already. You have your cash envelope system or your Money Mender that will help you put that money off to the side so that you have it on hand whenever you're ready.
And cash really is still king. But I do that mindless swiping, and that's what gets me in trouble every year.
It does. It does. So again, this is a great tool to see that money exchange. We know how fast a $100 will spend. $100 bill will spend. As soon as we break it, we're like, oh wait, it's almost gone. So again, that visualization, being able to see where your money is going, is going to help you stay on track. And again, this is like introductory budgeting, right? I don't expect anyone to sit down and do a full-out spreadsheet, but these are like what I call that 1% change in the right direction. Tools like this will add up over time versus you just like trying to budget right in the middle of the holiday season. I don't recommend it, but I do recommend the Money Mender and the Christmas gift planner.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so finally, what do you do? Like personal go-tos or rules that you set for yourself? I would love to hear what you've got going on.
All of these. Okay. So this tool right here is actually my personal Money Mender. So this is what I actually use. So I'm a big advocate of practicing what I teach. Right, this is my real money, right? That's my gas money sitting right there that I need to get as soon as I leave. So I'm a big advocate for practicing what you preach. I can't coach you effectively if I'm not actually going through the steps myself. And so I use a combination of all of these. Again, I love the Christmas photo cards, so I do that. But then I also try to maximize my spending by purchasing things from websites like Temu or Temu. I don't know how to say it. I apologize if I mispronounced it. But that's a great place where you can get good quality items at a low price and you can purchase bulk items, right? So all of my friends out there, if you're watching this, you're going to know what you're getting for Christmas. So I ordered keychains. And so because we hot foil stamped the Money Menders, I thought it was a really great idea to buy keychains and then stamp them with the initials of our family members and friends on them, so everyone knows what they're getting for Christmas. So again, getting back to being creative, and so it's costing us probably maybe $2.50 per keychain, right? Wow. Because again, this is one day of the year, and again, what people are genuinely looking for is community and connection around the holidays. So I don't want anyone to break the bank, not even mine.
Things that stayed with me, the 1% change is awesome, and just one day a year. That's what we need to remember.
And then going back to your point earlier, a lot of people are still paying off debt from last year.
Almost half of America.
Yeah, so if you're able to utilize these tools and, eliminate adding to the debt, we can talk next time about how to get out of debt quicker.
I feel like we'll be talking about it still in January. Dion, thank you so much,
You're
and
welcome.
happy
Thank
shopping,
you.
happy holidays.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really appreciate your time. If you would like to learn more about Legacy Changers Academy, you can go online to legacychangersacademy.com. She is so great. Yes, happy shopping. Well, that is going to do it for our top consumer stories of the week. Thanks for joining us. For Michelle on the Money. For more money stories like these, be sure to join me every day on Today in St. Louis at 6 in the morning. In the meantime, we're going to see you again next weekend right here on the 5+ app.